I know that song, but not very well. I was like, whatever, wing it.
Absolutely slayed it.
No.
Slay, queen.
No.
Slay.
No, I'm kidding.
No, she killed it.
Welcome back, one and all. Thank you for listening. If you're new here, this is the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast, and I'm your host, Molly Stewart. We define wholesome a little differently here, and my guests span everywhere from the adult industry to the vanilla side of humanity. If you haven't, please consider subscribing. Word of mouth is what helps this podcast grow. So share with a friend, leave a comment, download an episode, or anything you can to help with the algorithm. I release episodes every Monday, and if you're subscribed, you'll never miss an episode. You don't want to miss out on all the crazy conversations that evolve here. But that's enough from me, and let's get to today's guest.
Let's hit it.
Welcome back to the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast. We are your freaking hosts. We need to make a new intro with your voice.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast here in Bali. Hey, everyone.
We are back to share more of our adventures with you. And yesterday, Laura, was an adventure.
Girl, like, insane. Like, we did all the things that we, like, I didn't know you could do all those in one day.
Yeah, honestly, and maybe we didn't even have to. We were so exhausted.
Well, it was cool, though, because, like, first of all, I've never, like, should we talk about the first thing we did?
Sure, let's go. Okay, so starting off, we went and got coffee in the morning.
Yes.
After we woke up and took a dump, which is always the favorite way to start the morning.
And it's black, by the way, because we've been taking so many charcoal tabs and Pepto.
Yes.
To prevent the Bali belly, like you guys heard about in the last episode.
Yeah, because we do not want to go down that road, especially because you have a flight coming up soon.
Yeah.
You don't want us to deal with, like, just spending the entire flight in the toilet because nobody wants to poop on an airplane.
We've actually been, like, really careful, too, with, like, what we're eating, where we're eating, and, like, trying not to get any of the tap in our mouths.
Yes.
Because that's
which is hard because when I shower, personally, I just want to go,
I know, same. Especially, like, today when I showered, a little bit got, like, on my lips. And I'm all, and then I grabbed the towel. Wow, really?
We are in sync, bitch.
I don't know who we are, but I love it. And I had to grab, like, a nearby towel, just, like, wipe my lips. And I'm, like, spinning, and it was just not attractive.
It was, well, I didn't watch. Actually, what was funny is I barged into her room this morning knowing that she was changing, and we haven't cleared her campaign yet.
Clear the campaign!
Thank you for those who have contributed so far. She was so excited.
Thank you, John.
So I covered my eyes and I went through to get the Q-tips and I didn't look at anything, so I'm not spoiling it.
I wasn't even naked.
No.
But she was like, are you decent? And I'm like, always.
Well, you are, because you're the most wholesome person that I know, but someday I'm going to see it all.
Hey.
But on that note, I'm pretty sure that you flashed the snorkeling instructor.
Yes. Okay, so our first thing after the coffee was snorkeling, everyone.
It was. So
and I've never been snorkeling. You have?
Yeah, I have been snorkeling. I went in Hawaii, did it a little bit when I was a kid. And I love swimming. I love the water. And honestly, I hadn't been snorkeling in so long that I forgot how much I actually, like, love it. I think I was meant to be a fish. Maybe I was a fish.
I think you're a mermaid.
A mermaid?
Yeah, because if you haven't seen any of her swimming underwater yet, she legit swims so, like, effortlessly like a mermaid.
Well, when I was a kid, I used to want to, like, be a mermaid or a dolphin. I don't know how I ever thought that I was going to become a dolphin, but I would practice swimming in the pool in summer just with only my legs and my body.
Well, you definitely channeled that.
I like to put my arms behind my back and just go like this, which it looks better underwater. Like, this isn't great right now. But
I mean, I'm not mad.
But it was amazing. We got picked up by our driver. He was our tour guide for the day, which was absolutely wonderful.
What a nice guy, too.
Highly recommend if you do ever visit Bali. Everyone has, said this. Make sure that for whatever you're doing, that you don't just like go do it yourself. It's best to have a guide, like somebody who really knows the island, who can teach you things about like the culture, about the religion here, which is predominantly Hindu, as we came to find out.
You said like 80 or 90% population is Hindu.
Yeah. So
the temples.
And that's been really cool because we've been walking around seeing all the temples and we weren't really sure, all of the details of that. So he was able to educate us a lot on that. But it was really cool. So we started off the day. We went to get coffee in the morning. We walked back past this guy and we didn't we're just
That's
like,
right.
hello, good morning. And he's like, hello, good morning. And we just went back into our villa.
Because everyone here is so nice.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you supposed to know that was our driver?
Because we say hi to everyone every morning, and everyone's always like, hello.
Yeah,
So,
unlike the U.S. It's like people don't even look at you. They're like,
half the time I feel like if I like say hello to a stranger in the U.S., they're just like,
yeah,
like,
that face. Like Julia's face.
Yes.
The stank face.
The stank face is what you get a lot. But, so, we continue, and then we're getting ready. We have a little bit of a ways to go, and we get a message from our driver. I think I'm at your villa.
He was 30 minutes early.
He was. And we were like, okay, cool. If you don't mind, pickup, was this time. So we're just getting ready. He's like, take your time.
Yeah.
We walk out, and it's the guy that we passed
Yeah.
on the way.
So polite.
He was so polite. It was fantastic. And then he ended up letting Laura sync her phone to the car so she could DJ because it was quite a long drive. And it was fun because he actually loved all of our music, and
He loved our voices.
He requested that we sang all of the songs, which of course we knew all of the songs. So we were very happy to oblige, but it was very fun. It was so cool. So he took us out, and we had a really long drive and a great conversation, all the way there. Just fantastic.
And so knowledgeable, telling us all about the town, where we were going through, pointing out all the things that we had questions what's that?
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? Why are they burning things? Yeah. And he told us, if you'd see little fires on the side of the road, which you'd see here and there, is that they burn the trash, meaning any dried leaves.
But not actual trash that you throw away, but it's kind of the clippings and, stuff from plants. So
foliage. So to control the streets and how keep them clean, and they're controlled fires. They're not just fires.
It's not just, raging.
They're mini fires. Yeah. And I was like, are they cooking food? I was like, that looks good, but
but he was cooking.
Yeah, it was, and also there's language barriers sometimes with some of the drivers, but he was I felt like he was pretty fluent.
Yeah, he was fantastic. It was just it was an all-around great experience. And so we finally get out there, and the beach was just beautiful. It was
the beach,
gorgeous,
and the mountains and the jungle.
Oh,
rice fields.
We drove past the volcano. Remember, because there was the mountains, and he's like, "Oh, it's the volcano." But then, at first you can almost miss it because you just see the lower mountains. Right?
Yeah.
But then when you look past it, you realize it's not just the sky. That's a volcano behind it, and then there's sky,
which is active still.
Oh my gosh!
He said the last time it went off was 2019.
I think so.
That's what he said, and I was like, "Wow!" Right before COVID.
When the whole world was going to shit.
Yeah, but it's that's so cool. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
No,
ever.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
So we get out, we get to pick our little meal for afterwards, and that was really cool.
The snorkeling,
The snorkeling was just fantastic. So we all walked down. It was Laura and I and our guide, and then there was another little group that had their own guide as well, which was fun.
They were super cool.
They were super cool. It was fantastic.
We'll talk more about them too.
Yes. We have more stories with them.
So snorkeling, dude.
The snorkeling was just amazing. So they first get us all loaded on the boat. The sand just felt amazing under your toes. It was just instant relaxation, and you just get that ocean air.
Yeah.
And man, I forgot how much I missed just being out on the water. I think the last time I was out on a boat like that was in New Zealand. Ooh. And oh my God, just cannot recommend visiting Bali enough. You guys, we're having the best time. We don't want to leave.
We don't want to leave, and I mean, I'm counting down my days, but I'm also just kind of living it up as much as I can while I'm here, because I know I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna be so jet lagged, so tired. I'm gonna probably hibernate for 3 days, but just we gotta live it up every minute.
Oh, it was funny when they were fitting us for all of the snorkel gear. They tried to give me the women's flippers. I got the men's flippers.
And they tried to give me the women's flippers, and I needed the children's.
Well, it's boys to men.
Yeah. BB. I don't know the song, but
BB 12 inch long. Shout out to Jordan Perry.
Hey, what's up, Jordan?
Oh my God.
But yeah, so
we get out on the water, and we go to the first location, and they're just like, all right, jump out. So look what happened to Laura.
Oh, everyone, should I get up?
Yeah.
So
can
you guys
get a little closer?
see? I don't know.
You can get close
it's
if you
in
want.
my
Your microphone's on you.
Hello. Look at this nice little bruise I got here, guys. Nice one, huh? Look at my armpit. I'm kidding.
Hey, they don't pay for that.
Hey.
But it was so fun. And at first, Laura you hadn't been before. So what was your first experience of like getting overboard?
Okay, I first of all jumped overboard, hit my arm. That sucked, but I was like, whatever. I'm in the water now. Water felt great.
Oh, it's so good.
And I just remember our tour guide look at me because he probably saw the like panic in me, and he goes, "Just relax." And I'm in the water, like, okay, I'm just relaxing. Here's mermaid swimming out into the ocean like a dolphin mermaid.
I don't know, man. As soon as I hit the water, I just took off.
It's a natural thing for her just to look, like I said, peaceful.
Call me Ariel.
Beautiful.
I don't know.
What's up, Ariel?
It was, yeah.
Oh no, that's Aladdin. Never mind. Look at this stuff. But yeah, so that was my first reaction was, okay, I'm in the water. How the fuck do I do this? Put it in, snorkel, goggles were like feeling weird, getting foggy. I'm like, I don't know if I'm doing this right, but let's fucking do this. Then like we, go for a little bit, maybe 10 minutes in, and I immediately tell Molly, I'm like, I need a life jacket. I'm tired. Like I already felt tired from like flipping and trying to stay up and doing the octopus swim. And I went back to the boat and I'm like, I need a life jacket, which actually ended up interfering more. So for the next location we went to, I was like, no jacket.
But it's one of those things too, like even me, I hadn't been in so long. So when I first got in, it was like I forgot that when you are under the water, like there's pressure and you have to do measured breathing. So at first I'm like,
that is really, I felt like I'm not used to breathing underwater, correct?
yeah.
So
Well, you're not?
No, I like to live, but I choose life. But yeah, it was interesting because like, the panic.
Yeah, I had the panic too at first because I forgot for a minute. I was just like, oh, I've done this before, and it took me a minute, but I got in and
it came back to you.
It's something that, because when you're not used to it, it is harder to breathe. Like you have to be very measured with your breathing and kind of just learn to like float, which is like, you don't really think that you're going to and you assume you'll just sink, but the flippers, big fin shoes help with that like a lot once you kind of figure it out, which is what you got the next location with, right? So that was cool.
Also, it's saltwater, y'all. You're gonna float.
You're gonna float a bit.
It's a little bit easier than a pool. Mm-hmm. So I realized that too later on, that it's just easy to just kind of skim along and
kind of just stay on the top unless you choose to dive.
Yeah, which I'm not there. I'm not at the level you are.
Oh, I dove down. You want to tell them why I dove down and what they said we weren't going to see?
Yeah, so we asked in the car, are we going to see sea turtles? Because, we wanted to see Crush from Finding Nemo.
And I had seen a sea turtle when I was in Hawaii, and no one I was with believed me at the time, but I saw the sea turtle.
And they're very endangered, right? In some areas. And our driver said, you don't always see them. Once in a while you'll see them, but you have to be really lucky. And I was like, well, today is the day. And you were like, I'm lucky. And we're each other's lucky charms.
Yes.
So
it worked out.
We saw a sea turtle, not one,
but two. One for me, one for you.
The first one was like, oh my gosh, so awesome. I got a little bit of video, a bit blurry, but
the memory is like what's just worth it, because like I remember it was cool because just going around at first it was just like the sea, like the sea. Of course it was the sea. It was like schools of fish, just coming in and out, and
beautiful
fish.
And
it's like no matter what you do, like they don't. Like you don't touch them. Like you think you're gonna like kick one,
or like you'll feel one across.
Oh, you might feel one skim along. Then that is so cool. It's like woo, it's so fun. And then, get out of here! Sorry, there was a bird.
There's birds, millipedes.
The millipedes, I'm here for. That one's
mosquitoes. Right, they suck.
Outdoor living is awesome, but also the mosquitoes suck. I don't mind any of the other bugs. It's just the mosquitoes that's annoying.
Oh yeah. Also, welcome to the living room.
Welcome to the living room. New location.
Yeah.
We have construction going on across the road today, so we can actually be out here, which is very nice because the stands feel amazing.
Absolutely. I'm shocked there was nothing going on today because every day.
They finished it already. It's like they demolished that thing over there. And then,
go us.
There we go. So it was really cool because, at first we're just seeing all the fish. There were so many different kinds of coral. I really like the brain coral.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get so close to it that you're just like, oh my God, I just want to exist under the water forever.
In there. Like you want to live in the coral with the fish.
Oh, so cool. And then we get to a point and I go out and I saw him and I come back. I'm like,
turtle. Yeah.
Turtle!
I was like,
Everyone-
oh shit,
everyone
here we
comes
go.
over. Oh my God. And then I saw the instructor dive down, so I'm like, I'm here for it. And I'm like,
Yeah, they both went down like rocks.
yeah. Oh,
I was
it
like,
was
whoa.
so fun.
I got a little video, and then we continue on the journey because he's just chilling, doing his
Oh, but
thing.
what about the, so they had water bottles as well that
Oh.
they stuffed bread and water into. So they had little chunks of bread in there, so they would hand it to us, and then under
Is that
the water.
what it was? Bread? I had no idea. I
Yeah.
thought it was just fish food.
No, so under the water, you just like, they had that white bread, so you kind of just squeeze the bottle underwater, so it sends out little chunks of like wet bread. So then all of a sudden, when you do that, there may be no fish, maybe one or two, and then all of a sudden you are just surrounded by fish, and it's just magical. Like I can't really describe it any more than just magical. Like yesterday was magic
Yeah.
from start to finish.
Yeah, and the snorkeling was just like amazing. And we went to 2 locations, 2 different spots.
Yeah.
The first spot I think was the best.
I think it was too. It wasn't as cloudy, so the next location we went to was still very awesome, and it was very beautiful. And but one of the issues was, and they said this too, was that area in particular at the time we went was much more wavy,
Choppy.
much more choppy. So
I swallowed a lot of salt water. I was like, in the ocean, like, and then a wave would hit me, and I'm like, I was struggling for a good 3 minutes, like, solid, like, trying not to, like, barf in the ocean.
It's okay. Maybe you would have seen more fish.
Come eat my breakfast. Ew. Sorry.
But that was just amazing, and it was really fun. I got us these little like vacuum sealed bags for your phones,
Which were
floaty
epic.
straps. So Laura ended up getting a lot of footage, and I was too busy playing mermaid to do much. But
Which,
the second
good
location,
thing.
I was like, I'll take out my phone and do the stuff. But then it was too cloudy to really capture anything, so I ended up swimming all the way from our group back to the boat just to drop off my camera, and they're like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, just take my phone." And I'm like,
she jumps back in. She's like, "All right, let's do this." Back in, which was so cute. I love that. I was like, she's so like into this. It's like it inspired me. It hyped me up so much because, like, I mean, to be honest, the ocean's cool and all. I used to surf, but I've had like bad experiences in surfing too, where like I've been caught in a rip curl, which means like one wave goes this way, one wave comes this way, and you get sucked down. And I got sucked down into like a small crater into the ocean where there were sharks. So, and I was young, learning how to surf, so I wasn't like I was not anywhere near good.
Yeah.
I was beginner.
Yeah.
And I think from that moment on, I kind of had a little bit of a fear of the ocean just because I know what's down there.
Yeah.
But that was one of the questions I asked the driver, remember? I was like, are there sharks? And he was like, no. And I was like, awesome. Because that's actually like the only thing I could kind of say I have a little bit of a fear of, just because of that moment I had. And those sharks were dog sharks anyway, so they were little.
Yeah.
They weren't going to bite me. But it was just like the fact that they were swarming in a little circle in a crater. And I'm like, whoa!
Today is this the day, Lord?
Yeah. And then I just remember my instructor came down, got me, because like it pulls you down.
Yeah.
And
the ocean is a terrifying and beautiful place, much like the internet.
and kind of like outer space
The
too.
ocean is like the internet.
And space.
And space.
Because space is kind of terrifying to me because there's so much out there. The ocean's so much out there, and the internet, there's so much out there.
There's so much.
So I don't know. What do you guys think about this? But let us know what your thoughts are.
Are you afraid of the ocean? Do you have any scary?
Are you afraid of the
stories to
internet?
share? Are you afraid of the internet?
I would be.
I am.
Yeah. And it was just, that was my biggest thing. But being out in the ocean with Molly, it was the most beautiful thing. I wish we could do it today again.
Yeah,
I'm like, let's go.
I was literally, I'm like texting my man. I'm like, hey, do you want to go snorkeling with me again after Laura leaves?
Yeah, like honestly,
so
it's like one of those things that it would be fun to do often.
Yeah. Oh, something fun that happened that I didn't realize until much later is that didn't matter how much sunscreen I applied. When you're face down, as I was, under the water.
And as fair as she is.
I got fried. It's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be, because luckily you did help me keep reapplying sunscreen. But
that's what
when I got back and I was like, why am I so itchy? And I thought I was like covered in bug bites or something. I take off my dress and Laura's like, look at your ass. So I have like this white whale tail.
It's so big.
From where my bikini was, and then just one white line across my back.
It's kind of hot.
Everything else was red. So I'm hoping that I don't peel and it ends up being a nice tan.
Don't worry, I'll be applying aloe for the rest of the day. for
Thank you.
I'll do it right now.
Do you need me to get naked?
Yeah. No, I mean, not now. Let me get the aloe.
Laura, shopping for women is so fun. How much shopping have we done in Bali?
We've been shopping every single day.
So many different kinds of outfits.
Yeah.
Tops, bottoms, shorts. It feels like women's fashion changes all the time. But with guys, it's always pants, shirt, shorts, maybe. And it all pretty much looks the same, right? And honestly, sometimes when I buy stuff for my man, it just doesn't fit him right, especially if I'm buying online and I don't know what it is until it arrives. You know what I mean?
Sizing too.
No, it's awful. And especially my man, he's so pretty. He's got these big shoulders, but he has this tiny little waist.
Huge.
Oh, he's so massive. So it's hard to find things that fit him well in the shoulders and the waist.
Right. No, I could find that. I could see how that'd be challenging.
Yeah, for sure.
Seriously.
I don't know. Oh, that's another thing. Like, okay, so when you find something that fits you so well, you're just like, oh, I feel good.
Yeah.
And when you feel good, you look good.
Right.
Well, luckily for everybody today, our sponsor of this show is True Classic. Now, maybe you guys have heard of True Classic on other podcasts, but you should only be listening to this podcast, of course. But did you know that at True Classic Tees, they have sizing that goes all the way up for even like the big boys out there.
Ooh,
what they told me is they have tall and XXL sizing on all their staple colors. They're more than just a t-shirt company. They have all the menswear staples that your guy could ever need. Polos, workout shirts, signature flattering fit. You want to be flattered, don't you? If you go out and you wear clothes and you look good, you want some compliments, right?
Yes.
You want compliments? If we want compliments, the men want compliments.
Y'all want to
too.
get noticed.
Y'all want to get noticed. They're more than just a t-shirt company. And I mean, honestly, they also have a pack builder on their website where you can custom bundle all of their essential products and save even more of a discount than we're offering you guys today.
Yes.
We get 25% off at trueclassictees.com with code TWND. Free shipping is also included on purchases over $100.
Score.
So you could just completely upgrade your wardrobe and feel good while doing it.
Save your money.
Save money.
So you can shop more.
Yeah. So let's see. They're completely different. They have a closer fit in the arms and chest to highlight your guy's best assets. Ooh, get those pecs popping in True Classic. They have a little wiggle room in the torso to keep things cozy and streamline your look, so not too tight in the waist, but also not too tight in the chest. All of their styles are super soft and affordable. Out with the old ratty t-shirts that you've been hanging on to since varsity volleyball.
Bye.
Did you guys play varsity volleyball? Let us know in the comments. But you've got to get these for the man or for yourself.
Yes.
You know what I mean? This is a gift that he will actually love, and believe me, you will too. And to demonstrate how amazing these t-shirts are, we have a model today.
What?
Are you
We
excited?
do?
Yeah.
Who?
He's so hot. Come on in! Let us drool over you. No?
Hello?
Hello?
Is anybody there?
Hello? Oh.
I heard the door. Drum roll.
Oh!
Whoa.
Oh my God. Oh, come sit over
join.
here. Oh, he's so pretty. What? Look at those pecs. How am I ever going to find a shirt to fit those massive pecs and shoulders and that itty bitty waist with a brown face and your face you gets. All right, baby. I'm going to give you this beautifully soft t-shirt. Now, let me know how you think it feels.
Ooh, that's a nice
by
color.
touch alone.
That feels good.
Yeah. I think it will bring out the colors in your eyes. It's really soft.
That's
Soft
nice.
soft like my skin.
It's softer than your skin.
Oh, do you hear that, ladies and
True
gentlemen?
Classic tees are softer than my skin, and I moisturize and exfoliate daily.
And it's really fucking soft.
It's really
It's like baby soft.
But even with as sweaty as he is, here we go. Ooh, look at that.
Damn, it fits like a glove,
That's wonderful.
but not too snug.
That's fantastic. Look at that. All right, so turn like this. Not too tight in the waist. I like that. Leaves you a little bit room so it's not like hugged in too much. And then take a seat.
Nice.
Ooh, that fits your shoulders really well.
How does it
considering
feel?
how big
I love
they
it.
are.
That's a nice color too.
You're gonna keep it on? Makes your eyes pop.
That's a nice color.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So if you guys want to not only feel good, but look good, well, half the battle of feeling good is looking good. So if you also want to look good, go to trueclassictees.com and use code TWND. You get 25% off and free shipping on orders over $100.
That's a no-brainer.
So build yourself a pack, an entirely new wardrobe, and help support the podcast that you guys love so much. And thank you to this model for being here
This
today.
hunk.
This is how we get more female viewers. Jordan Perry told us so.
Yes.
All right, now get out of here.
Thank you.
And thank you, True Classic, for sponsoring this podcast.
Thank you, True Classic.
Mwah. Laura,
Hi.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Tell me why you're excited, Laura.
We have all the things coming.
We have all the things coming. Do you want to tell this lovely audience what
Okay.
things we have coming? Because I am very, very titillated.
Well, can I tell you the first thing that's happening? We're
Yes.
going to Bali.
We are going to Bali.
We're going to go to like the tropical nature, beautiful island. I'm so
Beautiful.
excited.
So excited. And we are
Can't
going to
wait.
be shooting 4 episodes there, which will take us all the way through November. While I am in Australia, and unfortunately we'll be separated again, but we get to watch each other every week. And I'll make
Separated,
love
but
to
not.
you in my mind.
We're going to use our toys.
And coming up in the new year, January 4 through 7, we will be at the AVN Expo show. We have a booth for the podcast and for me and my merch, so you can come and hang out and meet Laura and I. So
Come.
get excited for that. It's January 4 through 7 at Resorts World in beautiful Las Vegas. So we hope to be able to see you guys there. We are going to be having meet and greets, live interviews. We are going to have merch. All the merch that you guys have been waiting and wanting to see and buy, it's going to be available first at the convention. And then we're figuring out some new things for the new year as well. So stay tuned, and we hope that you guys will join us at the convention.
Get your
AVN show.
tickets.
Get your tickets. There will be a ticket in all of the descriptions, whether you're watching on YouTube or whether you're listening on an audio platform. Just check the description for where you can get your tickets. We hope to see you there.
Yeah.
Mwah.
it was actually fun. I was saying to my man too, I was like, you know, it's so nice when we're all relaxing later that Laura is here with me and not someone else, because I can just be in varying like levels of nudity like the entire time. And it
It's
doesn't
true.
matter.
And I can too, but you can't see.
But you can't
Clear
see.
the campaign.
You have to clear the campaign if you want to see. So that was really cool. We ended up getting some food afterwards, and that was really nice. And then we couldn't even eat because we were like so stoked and excited
Yes.
from the experience of snorkeling that we were like, we want to go to the next thing.
We
What's
had
the next thing?
adrenaline, right?
We did, because at first I was tired that day, but I swear after we hit that water, I was just like, nah, I don't even care. I just want to do everything. So,
All the things.
So
all the bees.
all the instructors called me a mermaid, which made me very happy.
Because she is.
He said, he's like, I can't even swim
You
like
could.
that. And I was like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Practiced when I was a child.
Remember he said, no one can swim like that. And then he said, but this guy swims like a turtle.
Yeah.
Another instructor, which was funny, or someone on the boat.
He was actually a guide for the other people that we went out on the boat with. So
Yeah.
it was kind of cool. That I think they were kind of from the same company because they knew each other, but they were both individual like private tours. And then we kind of combined forces for the snorkeling, which was really fun.
It seemed like they were all kind of cool with each other, like calling each other like brother from another mother.
Yeah, no, it was really cool. There's like a lot of community here in Bali. I feel like a lot of people just know each other, and it was fun because like every location we went was just so fantastic. So we had a beautiful drive from the beach, and then where did we go?
We went to the mount. Well, actually, the second thing we did was the waterfalls. So we took like an hour and a half or 2 hour drive, right? Hour and a half?
Yeah, it was something like that. It was quite. I think it was like an hour and a half or two.
to like the tops of the mountains, you know, kind of
Yeah,
deal,
it was
like
like
jungly
in the
mountains.
jungly mountain area. We definitely went up like a lot. I don't know.
It wasn't like the tip top or anything, but
It got
like
more
we went
mountainy as
up.
we went throughout the day, but
And more green. Like, I mean, this is green already. It just got more green.
it was beautiful.
Trees got bigger. Spiders were big.
And we kept making our guide laugh because every time we're just like, wow, whoa.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only word we were saying. Whoa! Wow! Did you see that?
It was so fun. And so we're jamming out to tunes, and we were introducing him to new music, and it was just a fantastic experience all around. But we got out, and he's like, oh, just so you know, it's a little bit of a hike. And we're like, yeah,
No big
go.
deal.
We're hiking.
We're into that.
We're into that.
Yeah.
it was amazing. It was well worth it, but I did not expect those stairs. So we ended up getting to this place. We park, and we decided to get a sarong, which I can actually show you.
Ooh, it's so pretty.
I'm not going to put it on, but we do want to do a little show and tell because we have a lot of fun things to show you. So I ended up getting this, which wrapped around like a skirt. Was very fun. And I was like, oh, it'll probably get a little wet, but that's okay. So we start going down, and he was teaching us a little bit about all the temples, how all the villages here in Bali have 3 temples. So correct us if we're wrong, if we misremembered or misheard or miscommunicated. And
Yes.
If you guys know, let us know.
It's just what we retain.
It's what we retained, and there was a lot to retain that day.
Yes.
So it was
A lot of cool stuff.
The 3 temples, and there's for death, birth, and life, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
That's what I think is what he said. So that was really interesting as well. And then every home also has its own individual temple, which we weren't really sure what that was when we were just kind of exploring on our own the past few days.
And
So
you'll
that
see
was-
tons of offerings on the streets, which look like we talked about.
which I
Right?
think we mentioned, but now we learned a little more. So
Yeah.
they're supposed to be like
It was so cool.
different colors. So it's kind of like with the north, south, east, and west.
In the center.
And the center is kind of like you. I
Represents
suppose,
you.
as you and your family. And then it's so colorful because it's supposed to like draw from all the different points of the earth, essentially.
And each color represents different prayers. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Or different like things?
Different prayers or different deities.
Yes.
I think. So that was really interesting. And the incense is supposed to kind of like be the connection between what your prayer is and with the gods, which is, really fascinating.
It lifts it to the gods with the smoke.
So that was really cool. And we started to take our little hike.
Yeah. Can I
So-
tell you
Yeah.
the steps?
Go for it.
I am 5 foot on a good day, and my legs are like 2 feet. So the steps were like 1.5 feet. I felt like I was like, and they're like at the top, like,
And, like-
they're like having no issues.
So, what
the
happened
guide
is-
and Molly are having no issues. They're like all the way down. They're like, "Where's Laura?" And I'm like,
Well, we started, so when we were driving, we ascended. So to get to the waterfall that we were hiking to, it was descending. So at first, I'm just going because I have these big, long, lanky legs, and he's just going barefoot, just, speeding
"Yeah."
down. which
He
was-
said it's good for circulation. I was like, "Wow, king."
Yeah, it was amazing. Shout out to Det.
Hey,
He'll never watch this, but anyway.
hey, I hope so.
But it was, so it was really cool, but we ended up seeing there was a cool area that I kind of wish that we would have gotten lunch, but we had a lot to do that day because,
We were on a tour.
maybe like a quarter of the way down, there was this really cool restaurant where each seating area was like a big, giant, like square or rectangular cushion that was held up with like this beautifully woven like wicker thing, and it was hanging like off the edge, so you just ate on these giant like
Swing-like.
swings. It was really, really pretty.
Beautiful.
So, but we keep going, and every now and then we have to look back. Laura, are you okay?
I'm like, I'm here, guys.
She's like holding onto the railing, like this step.
It would have made more sense for me to just slide down the rails. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, why didn't I do that? Next time.
Next time.
Next year.
But the more we go, the more beautiful foliage there is. It was so beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, just unreal. And then you'd see little streams, little creeks, little waterfalls along the way.
And he told us we missed out on doing this, and of course we had other things to do. He's like, but this area you can actually take a tube and go down.
I
the
didn't
little
know he was
rivers.
being serious. He was?
I think so.
Because I was like, I wonder if
Might have
any...
been joking. Maybe I took that too seriously.
Well,
I don't know.
I think you're right about that because, like, honestly, I don't see why not.
It was like a lazy river type thing.
It was, and it was flowing, and then there was little, like, when you see rapids, like, it was like mini rapids. It was so cute, and I was like, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be super fun.
So it was quite the adventure down, but we finally get to the bottom, and we saw the first waterfall, and I just thought that was the waterfall, and I was like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. So we take a few photos, and I'm thinking, okay, now we go back up. He's like, that's not the waterfall. So we keep going. And we have to like walk through this like little river, maybe about like this deep. Like it wasn't anything crazy, and it felt so good because
Yeah, he's like, it's gonna go deep, but really it was like here.
yeah, it wasn't too bad. Well, for you, it was a little bit deeper.
It was like to here. No, I'm kidding. No, but for me it wasn't even that bad. So
No, it's great.
And we had the water shoes, thank you.
Yeah, so I ended up getting us water shoes, which
Perfect.
I'm glad that we did. It's so fantastic. So we keep walking through, and it's this big windy area, and he keeps stopping us to be like, this is where you should take a photo.
He was so good.
He took video, he took photo, like stuff I wouldn't have even thought of, and did that for us. So it was just fantastic. We ended up buying him some food and drinks and everything, because he was just so wonderful. I could not have had a better guide, I don't
And just
think.
so upbeat and so positive. I love that.
And we're so weird. Like, you guys know, you listen to us every week if you're good fans.
We're actually like told, by that other group, the snorkel group, that we were weird.
They told us we were weird?
Well, you said something like we're crazy. And I just was like, yeah, we are. I agree.
We are.
I'm not saying we're not.
We're insane.
We are fucking certifiable.
But that's what makes us fun.
I love you.
I love you too. So we get through and we keep walking, and there's all these like beautiful rocks to climb over, and everything just smells so fresh and clean, and it's just rejuvenating. And then
You could breathe so good out here.
then we get to the real waterfall, and I cannot, like, it is just massive, like nothing compared to the little baby first waterfall. Like, fuck that waterfall. This waterfall was literally a wall. Like, it just was so immense. It kept going up, and it was just like you stand there and all you can hear is just the water crashing down, and it's ethereal. Like, I can't even explain it. If you guys get the chance, please.
I've never experienced anything like that, and it felt like a dream, right? And
It was
what we
magical.
saw is like something you'd picture like in a movie.
Yeah.
But it was real.
That's the name of this episode, I think. It was magical.
It was magical.
It was so wonderful. So he ends up, walking us through all this stuff, and he's like, now stand in this smaller waterfall. Let's do a slow motion spin. And we're like, okay. And then it ended up looking so cool.
Dope. And then we did the high five.
You guys will see that, but I shocked everyone because I don't think they were expecting me to poke Laura's boobs at the end, but I did. So
I didn't either.
I'm just call me the shocker. But so that was really cool.
And then
Fantastic
the way out.
The hike up. Let me tell you.
Woo! Leg day.
It was like Stairmaster times 10,000. Even for me, who does a lot of legs and who's like used to
Fit.
working out and stuff like that, I was panting. I was like, we started singing pant singing songs. I was like, you want an F R E. We can't the lyrics, but oh my god, I was just trying to pump myself up because it was getting more to the heat of the day, so it was a lot hotter, and we're doing this massive climb, which was it was fantastic. I don't think I've burned that many calories in a long while, and I do a lot, so
Yep.
it was fantastic.
It was awesome.
Pocari Sweat we got on the way out. If you guys have never had Pocari Sweat, I tried it for the first time in Mexico. Absolutely fantastic. It kind of reminds me of like watered down liquid IV. Wouldn't you say?
Mosquito. Oh, it is like a liquid IV, but less sweet.
And did you know that one stick of liquid IV dissolved in 16 ounces of water hydrates faster and more effectively than water alone? It's got all the B's: vitamin B3, B6, B12,
B5.
B5, and
Vitamin C.
It's fantastic. So we've definitely been drinking a lot of liquid IV here. Actually, there was a girl that we were hanging out with, and she had a little bit of Bali belly going on, so I gave her some of that to help with hydration. So that was really cool.
Yeah,
We're spreading the liquid IV all over the world, guys. Even though unfortunately it's only available in the United States.
It should be all over the world, though.
It should be. But also, I think Pocari Sweat should be all over the world. But
Agreed.
don't worry, liquid IV. We can't buy this anywhere else.
We're not going anywhere.
No, we love liquid IV, and we really do drink it every day. It's definitely helped a lot while we've been here because it's very humid, which we're not used to, considering Vegas is bone dry.
Which is why we aren't wearing makeup. Really, we're not really doing our hair out
there's pretty
here.
much no point. So I know
this is us. This is us.
This is us
Like
in
it or
Bali.
not.
Because honestly,
Bless you.
sorry.
Like it, take it or leave it,
A few
guys.
times we've tried to kind of like do a look, but within like an hour, it's like melting off of your face
And
because it's just so humid. But
It is, and can I tell you, as a hair and makeup artist, none of my hair tools work here.
yeah,
None of them.
no.
So I guess the wattage, right?
Yeah,
Is
I
it
think
the
it's
wattage of the tools?
So even with the converters, they don't work. Well, we tried
Yeah.
to use a crimper one of the days, and it started making this sound that was like,
and kind of like a buzzing.
And then it stopped heating up. So if it's broken, I'll buy you a new one.
No, you're fine. And also the handle was heating up instead of the. And I was burning my hand, and I was like, I don't think it's supposed to do this.
So she crimps like half my head, and she's like, "That's it."
I was like, I think this is all we can do today. But let's do your face a little. We'll sweat it all off.
Yeah.
But I mean, we try.
No, but it was fantastic. So the hike up was, good, and then we finally get to the top, and we're like, oh, okay, fantastic. So we're on to the next.
We're still soaked though from the waterfall.
Oh my God, we were
and we're
so
like
soaked.
getting like bombarded by all the like vendors.
Yeah, so there's
buy one
vendors.
here, buy something here, and they all like are separate, obviously.
Yeah. So they're all competing against each other, and it's kind of like you feel bad because you want to buy something from everywhere, but you don't need that much stuff.
Also, we've already done so much shopping. I keep telling you, like, I'm done.
But then it's not done because there's so many cool things.
I'm done.
I actually love like the style of clothing here. Like it's all very like vibrant and beachy. We were saying this last night. We were coming back from dinner. Is kind of like the aesthetic of Bali, whether it's like the restaurants, whether it's like the clothing, kind of like the interior design stuff that you can buy. It's all very like clean,
earthy,
and 90s almost.
Yeah,
like kind of like vintage, and it's just so cool. Like we're so in love. It's just
chill
amazing.
vibes.
And then so when I had booked this experience too, I thought that it was only waterfall and snorkeling. I didn't know that there was a coffee aspect to this tour. So when he told us we were headed to coffee next, we were like, shut the front door.
Because we were fried.
We were so fried. We needed coffee by that point because we had one coffee the whole day. And
we
oh my God,
totally needed
the
coffee.
ocean just takes it out of you, like all the energy too, because you got all the salt. And even just swimming, like it's exhausting.
Yeah,
it's so much.
Yeah, and the sweating.
So that was really cool. We had another long drive, went even further into the mountains, and we went to.
It was so pretty.
We went to a place where they make luwak coffee. So if you guys don't know what luwak coffee is, a lot of people asked Laura if she was going to be experiencing
poop coffee, monkey poop. Mm-hmm. And that's a myth.
It's a myth because
there's no such thing.
It's not monkeys that they do it. So it's luwaks, which kind of, as we found out from our guide, and they had a little photo. So we had a whole little coffee and tea tasting menu. And they were telling us that, I guess, people who say that it's monkey poop coffee in Bali have never been to Bali because
they've never been.
It's the luwaks, which more look like ferrets mixed with like lemurs.
Yeah.
They're very cute. Like
I want one. Can I bring one home?
I don't think so.
Damn.
So I'll actually read this to you guys. Luwak coffee comes from the Indonesian island, an area well known for its excellent coffee. Also native to the area is the small civet-like animal called a paradoxurus. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And the locals call them luwaks. They live in the trees, and one of their favorite foods is the red ripe coffee cherry. So what happens is they eat the coffee fruit,
the berry,
and the bean comes out just like a bean. But
in whole,
so covered in, they showed us, the little, like the pre-starters, so they showed us how they do it. So they had the baskets of just like the poop chunks that looked like literally just coffee beans with dirt.
It looked like actually, didn't it kind of look like a little like granola bar or like a protein bite?
like a kind bar.
Yes, but don't eat it. It's poop.
Yeah,
with beans in it.
And then they wash it and they roast it. And I guess the way that it breaks down in the luwak system is that it kind of takes out a lot of the acidity.
It removes.
I can say
the acid.
Acidity.
Yes.
Acidity. So, and it just ends up being a very smooth coffee. So the luwak coffee was not included with the tasting menu. So we're like, of course, we're going to get some luwak coffee. So
they were like, we do offer it.
So we bought some for ourselves and we bought one for our guide and we just sat there.
Yeah.
I had my vape, he had his cigarette, and we're all just drinking coffee.
Getting all the tastings. It's like very similar to like going to like, a winery and you're doing the tastings
but
or
better
anywhere
because it's coffee and tea.
Exactly. And it was like the best coffees and the best teas.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely fantastic.
Like stuff I never tried in my life.
And they're all so vastly different. So what ones did you end up?
Okay, so there was the owner there.
Yeah, he came over and he spent some time with us too. That was really cool.
Which is what made me buy these. And he brought over, he saw us enjoying the coffee so much and going, ooh, and yum. And
they kept laughing because every time we sipped them, we're like,
whoa, this is so good. So like the owner comes, he goes, I'm going to bring you something very special. I'll be right back. He walks off, comes back with the little cup.
And he's like, you can't ask for another one.
This is the only one you get. and that's it.
It was amazing. He does this little thing because he sets it down.
I sip.
And Laura's about to sip it, right? And she takes a sip. And he's creeping away.
Slowly.
Like this.
Yes.
It was so funny.
Like this.
Looking over his shoulder, like.
And what did I say after the first sip?
You're like, wait, come back.
Come back. We need one more. He's like,
no.
that's it. But he was joking.
He was joking.
And,
That was so funny.
Technically, it was these two combined, and the first one is avocado coffee. So
Amazing.
they do is infuse avocado with their coffee beans, and it gives it that creamy,
Oh, it's so amazing.
subtle avocado flavor. Not much. It gives
But
it
you
more
can- you can-
body.
But you can taste the avocado a bit.
Yeah.
But it's not what you think. It's nothing like I expected it.
It's not like
to be.
guacamole.
No. Imagine it's just hot guacamole.
Okay, but yeah, so it has a little bit in there mixed with the mocha coffee, and it was these two combined. It was like hot chocolate meets coffee, so like a mocha. Delicious.
just
Hot
so
chocolate meets
smooth.
coffee. Mocha.
But so smooth, and it's cool. So the owner told us that it had been in his family for 6 generations.
Yes.
Which was crazy because I'm like, well, every generation my family stops talking to each other. Can you like relay this to my family at all?
Yeah.
And but it was just fascinating. So they actually grow all of their cacao there. They grow their own vanilla. They grow their own lemongrass for
Yeah.
their tea. They grow all the fruits and stuff that they use for their other teas. They grow the coffee beans. It's just absolutely fantastic. It was an amazing experience.
It was
And
best.
I swear, just like sitting there, just sipping coffee, and like they had these little kind of like bench, like covered bench areas where you each have your individual tastings, and it's sitting out like over this cliff, essentially, like on the mountain. So all you can see is these beautiful like giant trees. Looks like Jurassic Park.
And she was saying it looks like Hawaii, where
It
they
reminds
actually
me of Hawaii,
filmed
but prettier.
Jurassic Park. Yeah.
And it was wonderful. Just, and you could just hear all the bugs, like all the crickets and everything, and it's just like singing you a symphony while you're just sipping on coffee.
We could have stayed there all night and drank coffee all night.
He said that they actually do a lot of times, especially people who come like later, because it's like, well, you have coffee, you might as well just chill out here.
I was like, how late do you stay open? He's like, actually, we don't ever close if there's people here, which is like, that's really like smart, because why turn away business?
Yeah, but he also like just wants to like share the experience of what they do, is what he's saying too, which is like just
The bomb.
absolutely fantastic.
I would have stayed longer if it wasn't for needing food.
Yeah, we got chocolate from there too. I picked up some orange chocolate and chili chocolate. They let us try all the different chocolates.
So good.
It was so
We got
fantastic.
perfume, body
We got
oil.
perfume.
Yeah, and so this place is called Santi, Santi. If you're ever in Bali,
Check it out.
Check out them. They are incredible. They're so hospitable. They'll treat you so well.
No, it was so good.
So cool. We bought a lot of coffee. Bags.
We bought a lot. It got to the point where I was like, I really want to get one of each thing, but I'm like thinking about my suitcase size, and I'm like,
Correct.
I think I can.
I'm already gonna have to leave stuff I brought with me. I feel
Well,
like
it's part of the reason
to
that
bring stuff home.
I don't want to leave is this. We keep having so many good experiences. I'm like, I just want to like keep living in this. You know, it's just
Yeah.
so wonderful. I can't even describe to you guys how fantastic it's been to be here. Even as much as we're talking about now, and like the excitement that I'm sure you guys can see with us talking about it. It's just
we could keep going.
I can't fully describe this to you. It's something that you truly should try to experience for yourself if you are ever able to. And
Yeah,
we thank you guys too for helping to kind of like make things like this possible for us to do. And
Yes.
and then even if you're unable to travel, at least you get to like live kind of not through us essentially, but kind of like be able to see and share some of the experiences that we're able to kind of, you know, show you guys.
like we said in the last episode, like even if you haven't traveled, like I have not traveled. This is one of my first trips like out of the country besides Mexico, which I feel like doesn't count. I just think that you should set goals for yourself. Like this is a great place. It might not be for everyone, but like find the places that you really are, you know, dreaming to visit, whether it's Europe, wherever. It could be the North Pole, like, you know, wherever you want to go. Just put it in motion, or like at least like write it down and like see what you need to do to get there, you know, and it's a lot of fun. Travel.
Yeah. And I know that by the time this comes out, you guys will have already probably watched and seen our Halloween special. And
It was so good.
we were thinking, and I remember through it, I asked you like, what are you like most looking forward to like about Bali? And so now that you've been here, what is like your favorite thing, or what has like surprised you the most? Like, because at that time you knew nothing about anything that we were going to be doing, or that, you know, what anything here would be like. So what has kind of like just been your wow?
Girl, yesterday. I mean, period.
Yeah.
That was it. Like, I had never experienced snorkeling. Never seen waterfalls like that in nature.
Yeah.
Naturally, like, just chilling. That's been, like, the best thing. I mean, other than, like, just, like, hanging out with you guys, like, it's been really beautiful. And, like, and the town, like, walking through the city every morning, waking up, going to get coffee.
We were just saying this morning when we went out for breakfast. We're walking back, and I'm just like, I wish that there was a way, like, doing this in Vegas, like waking up and going for a walk in Vegas. Like, where do you go?
I know.
It's all like suburbs, and it's like, I feel like half the things that we would go to or whatever are kind of like a chain, or like there's not as much of like the small individual, like, unique shops, experience,
Restaurants.
people, and it's just been, I don't know, I can't.
We tend to stay home more than go out, and here we've been going out more.
Yeah, we've barely been in the villa at all, except to, like, you know, shoot content
and sleep.
relax
And sleep.
Yeah, because it's just been like, you know, we can find so many things to do and so many cool people that we've met. And
yeah, which is also another thing. I never thought we would meet people here.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting, like, I've traveled, you know, a few different places, of course, all, you know, with my ex, you know, at the time. And it was very much, you know, I think I've mentioned this before, but it was very much like, you know, you mostly are in a hotel room for the most part. And
hey, no, I'm kidding.
I like
Not
that.
with that, but me and you, hey.
But here it's been like getting out, meeting so many different people, and it's not even just locals necessarily, but people from all over the world.
Yeah.
Who have been traveling here or who live here now. Crazy. Oh, so last night, tell them about what happened after coffee.
Oh, okay, so we get in the car and we're about to head back to our villa, which is a 2-hour drive. The driver said, and I started to feel a little like nauseous, like kind of like that seasick feeling, little unsettled stomach, which, I mean, I was like definitely knowing it wasn't Bali Belly because we've been so careful, and I wasn't worried about that because we've been drinking tons of water with liquid IV, tons of water. Really, really careful, not drinking to tap and all that. Well, I told Molly, I'm like, I feel a little like, not that good. And then they're like, oh my God, like, are you good? Do you need to stop? I'm like, no. I think it's just like the not eating, doing the most.
And then all the coffee that we drank.
And then I realized, yeah, all the coffee. Like, we literally tried a whole tray.
There was like, what, 10 to 20 different kinds of things to try. And so we just were very over-caffeinated with no food going on at all.
Pizza?
So we ended up going out and getting pizza.
Yeah, and we were kind of like, to the point where we were like, fuck it. Like, we don't want to go anywhere because we had no energy, you know?
But
It's just exhaustion.
Really close to our villa. This is pumpkin pie pizza. It's amazing. It's got ricotta, onions, and pumpkin, and pesto.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought it had meat until today. No. Until you said these are vegetarian. So, I'll try that next. And pizza's always bomb cold.
I love cold pizza.
You know what I mean?
But give me life.
So we felt better. We came home, passed the fuck out.
Yeah.
Oops.
That doesn't matter.
We're in.
We're well into
We're in.
it
And and yeah, we've been like eating at all these really amazing places with live music.
Our favorite place that we've been eating breakfast almost every day, if you guys make it out to Canggu, definitely check out Kai Cafe and Bar. Bomb food, bomb coffee,
bomb breakfast.
Try their lychee or leche. I don't know how you say it.
Lychee.
I think lychee. It's Lychee. I always feel like I say it wrong, but it's lychee iced tea. So amazing.
Try their berry smoothie.
Oh, their berries.
So good. The espresso martini.
Ooh,
Yum.
their avocado toast. It's the best avocado toast that I've ever had.
With squeaky cheese.
So they have squeaky cheese. So Laura didn't know about squeaky cheese, and I do because my man introduced me to squeaky cheese. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's called halloumi, which is absolutely amazing. And it is squeaky because especially when you like sear it. So they kind of like pan sear it, and you take a bite into it, and you feel a little squeak, squeak, and it's so bomb. It's just
delicious.
It's been an amazing experience from start to finish, and I'm so happy that you get to like be here with me to do it. We have so many more adventures coming up as well. Like, I think we are going to be headed to Ubud soon. So we have a whole day of adventures planned out. My man's kind of like set everything up. We don't really know everything that we're doing, and we're just gonna go with the flow because that's what we've been doing this entire time. And
But is it kind of hard to
that's what we do
believe?
with life.
It is. And isn't it hard to believe that there's more than what we've already experienced? Because I feel like we've experienced so much.
I know.
And talk about the fire dancing the other night.
Oh, my did we
Girl,
talk about
no. That was like after we did the last episode.
Oh, right, because we went there.
We never talked about that night.
Tell about the fire dance. I'm gonna eat this back.
Okay, so we go to an event and it was like celebration, and they had Balinese dancers, like traditional Indonesian dancers, which was amazing. Like, we're talking full on, head to toe, like just amazing outfits. They were like in such rhythm, these girls, like their heads, I don't know, I can't do it, but
It was
like
head and hip,
head and hip, and they're like just like, you know, all over the place, and it was just so gorgeous. What an amazing like performance they put on. Then we got to see a group of dancers that dance with fire, breathe fire. They were on Indonesia's Got Talent recently. They got to the finals. So epic. They
That
came
was
from like
amazing.
Japan. They were on tour or something.
It blew my mind because
Amazing.
at first, like, it was really cool when I was playing with fire, but it just got crazier and crazier, and like the fire closer.
And the music
And when you
and
could,
the girl.
when you could focus on just the fire, it just looked like a bunch of like shooting stars going crazy, and then out of nowhere there'd be like a flume of fire. Oh my god!
They would breathe it like
Yeah,
like dragons.
it was absolutely stunning. And then you want to tell them what you did?
Oh, I had 2 Moscow mules.
They had a live they had a live band at the event, and they were like, we want people, if you have a song request, let us know.
And that one guy, he was so good. He played guitar and he sang.
Yeah, he played Take Me to Church, and he sang it. He was so fantastic.
Talented. And so I saw that and I was like, I'm not getting up there. Because, I mean, typically I would in like a normal setting. This was in a party, like a celebration. I didn't know anybody except for like 2 people, you and your man. And I was like, I ain't getting up there. This isn't my type of like thing,
But
you know?
2 Moscow mules later,
Hey, and she was like, hey, just have a couple more drinks. You'll be fine. I'm like, no. And
that was
then,
encouraging.
but then there was a point where they were trying to get someone else up there and they said The Killers. And it's one of my favorite bands ever. And being from Las Vegas, I thought that would have been really fitting to do because I was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. You know, I'll be the one. And when I got up there, because I did volunteer to sing,
They're like, we don't know the Killers.
he's like, I don't really know it. And I was like, trying to like hum it and sing it. And then he was like, and I was like, okay, well, what do you want to do? He's like, 4 Non-Blondes, what's up? And I was like, oh, yeah, I know that song, but not very well. I was like, whatever, wing
She
it.
absolutely slayed it.
No.
Slayed it.
No, I'm kidding.
No, she killed it.
He
She
was,
did 2 songs.
well, he was really cool. The guitarist, they all were really cool. He coached me, like, I had to pull up the lyrics on my phone because I don't know all the lyrics by heart. Obviously, I know the chorus and stuff, but, you know, and it went pretty well. And then he's like, can you do Zombie? The Cranberries. I was like,
Zombie was fantastic.
she's like, that's your song. And I was
You
like,
killed it.
what? So I have to watch the video. Still, I haven't seen it. I'm a little
It
scared.
was beautiful. Like, there were people coming up and afterwards like, oh my god, you did such a good job. Like,
But you know, it's really just like when you're in the environment and you're feeling so good and you're loving the like company and you're loving the night, and like we had amazing dinner.
it was so good too, because it's like, while they had live music, even before you were singing, everybody was just kind of like sitting around the live band. They had little cushions on the lawn, and everybody was just vibing to the music and like singing together. And I was like, this is just beautiful. It's like such an amazing like experience of everybody just together, just enjoying the music, enjoying the food, enjoying company, and just we met so many amazing
new
people.
friends. And like just it was just like awesome. I lost my train of thought for a second, but like the food, the freaking performances, like the gym was
Yeah, the
like
gym was
epic.
beautiful.
You know, the rice fields.
Yeah, there's so many beautiful rice fields. I think that's one of the things that we're going to be seeing in Ubud as well,
Yes.
is the rice terraces and all that. And I'm really excited to see how that
Me
stuff
too.
looks. And there's even more that we're doing that I don't even I can't even think of, like, there's a flower swing or something.
You will hear about it, though.
I think more coffee tasting as well, if I'm honest. So let's make sure that we eat more food than we did
we'll
last
pack
time, so you don't
snacks,
feel
maybe.
unwell.
Yeah, we'll pack snacks.
Yeah, we should pack more snacks. I actually packed a cookie that we tried to eat, but
Thank
unfortunately
God.
it had kind of melted in the car, so it was all little bits of crumble.
We still ate it, and thank God you had that, because that probably was what saved me from
probably did.
vomiting.
Yeah.
Like, because I was feeling real quick, and I kept burping, probably from the acidity of like other coffees and stuff. So I was like, "Ooh, I'm not feeling good," but yeah.
But he was really chill too. He's like, if you need to stop, like, please just let me know. Like, we can get you water, we can get you whatever.
Oh, so chill,
So
so
accommodating.
sweet, and like just good times, man.
Yeah. No, it was absolutely fantastic. I can't think of another place that I would want to be right now with you. We'll have to start planning our
Bora Bora with Laura.
Bora Bora with Laura. we were making a joke too about how we should rent a houseboat for a minute in Seattle.
This is gonna be awesome, actually, you guys.
Pop an Addy, and the episode will be Sleepless in Seattle, and we'll just make like 10 episodes.
Why not? I mean, I'm in. I'm totally here for that. And
Don't abuse drugs, children.
no, don't abuse
And
drugs.
adults.
We're not.
I mean, unless you want to, because you're adults, and you can.
We're
do
not
whatever you want.
advocating it. I'm drinking soju right now. So here in Bali, this
Get a lot of
soju.
soju.
Yeah, soju's really yummy. It's kind of like sake, but this one has flavor. It's lychee, and it's just like a nice little chill. Like, hey, cheers.
Now, there's something else that we do need to share with you guys.
What? Oh,
So, one of the other days, we had another driver take us. We said we wanted to find some souvenirs for like our family, our friends, for you guys, for Travel Club. Hey, what's up? So we went in. There were so many things to choose from, and then I found something that I just knew I had to have. Are you ready?
yep.
3, 2, 1. I don't mean to be dramatic, but this is amazing.
If you need to censor this, David, you
I
can.
don't think you have to.
Yay!
These aren't for insertion. These are like statues.
Dude.
I think honestly that you could like burn incense in them or something because they have little divots here. I'm not sure what the divots are for.
You're right.
But it
yours
looks
is
like
so
it could
much
be-
bigger than mine.
That's okay. Size isn't the only thing that matters.
It's what you do with it.
It's what you do with it.
Also, it was funny because the ladies at the shop were like laughing so much at you grabbing the biggest.
Well, at first I found
Mine.
one that looked like this, but
Yeah.
was more like
Here.
this. And so I ran over, had to show that one to Laura. So the
I
ladies
heard-
at the shop were laughing. And I'm like, Laura, look. And then we went back so Laura could get one, and I found this one at the back. And it was the only big black one.
And I was like, that's yours. You need that one. She's like, yes, that's good size.
And then she's like, that's good size for you. And I was like,
And they're giggling and like all funny. And then she goes to look at me for me to pick mine and my penis statue. And I was like, first, I'm like, oh, I don't know. And then she goes, what about a bottle opener? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I could bring that, you know?
and it
cool.
was about this size, but a bottle.
And still the same thing with the bottle opener. It's kind of like, I'm like walking around convinced that I'm going to get it. And I'm like, wait, no.
Well, we got so excited over these that they kept showing us all the other phallus paraphernalia that they had, and I ended up
all
getting
kinds, keychains.
They're like, oh, and this keychain, and this keychain, earrings. I'm like, well, maybe not the earrings, but definitely the keychains. So, but it was fantastic. Yeah, our driver really took care of us and brought us around to so many different places. Took us to the best currency exchange. He's like, these have the best rates. The other place gouge you. So it's been so fantastic. Just what a wonderful experience. I cannot wait to do even more over the next couple days, and
I
we'll have
know.
even more to share with you guys, and I'm very excited. And upcoming, actually, there is a potential that I will be having an Australian guest in November
Ooh.
when I'm there. So if we don't end
Stay
up getting
tuned.
everything filmed that we're supposed to, because we're doing so much, not even like we're still making content as well. So
Yes.
it's kind of like
We're busy.
content, work, but also still trying to adventure. It's like, I don't even know if we're going to be able to film as many episodes as we want to, but we're going to try. And in lieu of
We
that,
got this.
I have guests who want to come on the podcast from Australia while I'm there, so that could be very exciting as well, and I'm looking forward to it. So I hope that you guys have been enjoying our adventures. Please, once again, leave your comments. If you're watching on YouTube, leave your voice messages at anchor.fm.
AVN's coming.
AVN is
You
coming up.
guys.
There is so much to do. There's, oh my God, that just hit me. There's
Yeah, I know.
so much to do. I've been so distracted. Oh no.
Don't worry.
There's a lot to do. It's okay.
We got
We'll get it
this.
figured out. You and your man.
We're going to take the wheel.
You guys are killing it. You guys have been so helpful. Like I appreciated everything that he did, like to help me like calm down before.
Yeah, it's all good.
He looked
Like,
at everything.
yeah.
And was like this and this and this.
He's like, this is really what you need, and this is the rest is not necessary.
Yeah, it's been fun. Oh, so we're so excited. So make sure that you guys check the description so that you can see where to purchase your tickets for January's AVN convention.
Get your passes now,
It'll be
guys.
January 4 through 7 at Resorts World in Las Vegas.
Wednesday through Saturday.
Wednesday through Saturday, we're gonna have our own booth. So
Come
stay
see
tuned.
us.
If you guys follow my direct me, go to direct.me/whoismolly, and from there, if you want, you can sign up and subscribe. And I will be sending out a big email list to people to kind of tell you guys updates about AVN as we receive them. So for where the booth will be, if we have any more details you guys do need to know.
We'll have tons of merch.
And in all the descriptions, you guys can buy your tickets. So make sure that you do that because we are so excited to see you guys. There's so much that's going to be there. VIP meet and greet I'm really excited for. Her man is basically helping us pour over a bunch of the podcast room to the AVN space.
It's going to be like we're at home, but in a booth.
Yeah.
Our home.
There's gonna be a DJ like off the front door. It's gonna be so.
It's going to be
so
lit.
fun. All the merch that you guys have been waiting to get and receive is there. Make sure you guys go ahead to Laura's Wholesome Fans Wham Glam Artistry and clear that goal so that I can see her naked, for Christ's sake.
And we could go to Bora Bora.
Bora Bora with Laura.
Hey, I gotta pay for our trip, guys.
We need more travel podcasts because I'm living for this and I'm loving sharing all this content and experience with you guys. So thank you. Please share with a friend. Leave us your voicemails at anchor.fm/TWND because we love to hear your beautiful, shining voices.
Yes, submit.
And if you're too shy, go to twndpodcast@gmail.com for your emails. And please make sure also that if you guys are sending in stuff, make it a little condensed. I know that for the Halloween episode, we asked for kind of like, stories like sexual stories or any kind of stories that you want to share. And it's great if you have a story to share, but make sure that you highlight the big points because we can't read an hour-long story.
Unfortunately,
because the podcast itself is only about an hour. So if you guys have questions, you guys have suggestions, things you want us to react to, any of that kind of stuff, make sure that you submit. Submit.
submit.
Next week, motherfucker.